right. So there you go. Just as I was saying that from a horse riding point of view, it's really quiet up here and you don't get any traffic. So there you go. We've had about 9 motorbikes go past, scramblers, but I've just rang Isabel and she's fine. The pony as well, she basically just stood there when they went past, so I'm really pleased by that. So it's a good, safe pony, which you know you really can't buy, especially with your children. Well, any rider will tell you that, but from a parent's point of view, and allowing her to sort of go off on her own here, yes, the fact you've got a safe pony is absolutely bulletproof, and it's worth its weight in gold. It really is. So there they go. They've had a good time. I mean, today's a splendid day. Just look at the colour of the sky. It's just absolutely fabulous, isn't it? And not for today because I'm waiting for Isabel, but one of these fine days I'm going to walk to the top of that mound and have a nosy and see what's there. It looks like a burial chamber of sorts. I'm sure my friend Simon would know what it is around here, but because he knows a lot about that stuff. He's really interesting. And but just what a fantastic day it is today. It's just absolutely stunning and a treat to be up here, isn't it? It really is. It's just so fantastic. Does your mind good, I think, just to switch off. In other news, so I think I might have mentioned on one of my previous vlogs updates that I started a new role, and because I work for myself, I'm a freelancer, so I've started recently a new role. I'm away in London, well in Wimbledon, not in the centre of London, I'm in Wimbledon, southwest, and so I'm down there one night a week, which is breaks it up a bit. I've been at home for probably working for the last 4 years, obviously through lockdown, but previous to then and afterwards. And I'll be honest with you, I've been very lucky. Well, you make your own luck, don't you, in life sometimes, but I've been lucky. I've got employment and I've got a job. I know a lot of people struggled through lockdown, but I've been in the house, and it doesn't come without its challenges, especially at the time we've had 7 people in the house. But I've just recently gone back into the office, so having all that to kind of contend with was just really interesting, because I think that someone said before lockdown, getting people to work from home was probably the easy bit. It was always going to be getting them back into the office and getting everyone. And what's interesting is, certainly I was reading the papers recently that there's a sort of a big awakening, I think, of people of my age. I'm 53 this year, but certainly in professionals that have gone and kind of reevaluated the work ethic, and whether they really want to go, whether they want to go back to work full time. And I know certainly the job market at the moment is very buoyant, because a lot of professionals my age have just said, right, I've had enough, I'm going to stop working, I'm going to retire. If you've got the means to do it, why wouldn't you do it? Because we're not here to work all the time, are we? But I think they call it the big resignation, haven't they? So, which I guess in a way it opens up the newer opportunities for the younger people, which is good. That's what it is, new blood. It's what you need, isn't it? But I'd bring you up to speed of what I've been up to. But I really, just on a side note about employers and the difference between managers and leaders. I mean, I've just sort of fallen on my feet here, and I sort of made it happen. But this new organisation I've gone to, I have got an absolutely fantastic manager. Well, line manager is just a great guy, and been there about a month now. But just you can tell straight away the difference between someone who's a dictator as a manager, or someone who's a leader and bring people on and just empower people. It's just such a difference to work for someone who's so positive and encouraging. And even the senior management, first day I was in the office, the senior director comes over and shook my hand and welcomed me to the team. It's not hard, it really isn't. But I've worked in a few other places where that has been quite absent, really, and people tend to treat you like something they've just walked in. But there you go, that's life. Just if you're unhappy with something, I think the biggest thing that my job, as I said, I work for myself, and certainly at my age, I don't have to put up with people like that, so I don't, and I move on. And well, I only have to play this game for probably another 4 or 5 years, and then that'll be it. But in the meantime, we're going to stand here and enjoy these fantastic views. So just great, the people you meet along the way, isn't it? And just bumped into, well, simultaneously, funny enough, some guy was hiking this way, and another gentleman arrived on his bike, and we all stopped there, and we're chatting over the gate there. It was nice, and one of them was, I decided into recycling, and I got on to talking about, you know, walking and stuff, and outdoors, and he said for his 50th he'd done Everest Base Camp. I was telling him I was due to do Annapurna in October, but he was recalling, he was about 60 odd now, but he was recalling he'd done Everest Base Camp when he was 50 and absolutely loved it, and was telling his tales, and you could tell he's just, you know, just describing the exhilaration and actually getting to base camp. So I'm tempted to book that for next year, so we'll have to wait and see. But we'll get let's see how we get on with Annapurna first at 13,500. But that was great. And the other chap who I was talking to first, he's originally from Liverpool, lives locally here, but just a great chat with him, nice guy. And he was obviously into his hiking, he had his poles and his walking, but just had a nice chat with him. We were talking about, you know, what's going on in the world and all the things, the world order, and who knows what's the real story is. But you know, we're saying, well, the only problem with the world is humans, isn't it? But anyway, that's we'll debate that for another day, and just enjoy this beautiful scenery. And Isabel's well, she's down the vale on a horse down there on this bridle path, and there's nice, because you know, from a equestrian point of view, you can get away from the road here. I know there's those off-roaders, but generally apart from them, you won't see anyone up here. And you know, from you know, someone you can let her go off, should be safe here. So yeah, it's a safe area. So if you're out, you know, if you're horse riding, there's some lovely bridle paths up here, and you know, they skirt around the woodlands and through farmyards, and it's, you know, you can get away from the road, so it's a really safe area to ride. And you know, I don't ride now, but in the past I have done, and I've spent a lot of time up here when I was younger riding, and really enjoyed it. But on a day like today, it's just fabulous. So I'm going to get my drink out and just take in the views down there. Alright guys, catch you later. Whee!